Welcome to the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast with Vicki Noethling. You are about to discover impactful lessons that help you grow as an individual, grow your confidence, and find the positive and good within you, so you powerfully and authentically become the best version of yourself. Be sure you visit our website at www.findyourleadershipconfidence.com. While you're there, subscribe to us via your favorite network. Now tune in, get ready, and enjoy the journey of emerging as a leader of exception in the 21st century.
Welcome, everyone, to the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast. I'm your host, Vicki Noethling, coming to you from Roswell, Georgia. The goal of this podcast is to bring topics and guests that will empower you to become the confident leader and become more energized and empowered to take your business and your life to the next level. Today, I'm excited to chat with Sylvia Parker. And let me tell you a little bit about Sylvia. So after a whirlwind adventure working for the Bank of Canada for 15 years, her travels led her down the wellness, balanced lifestyle path. She has had many learning experiences to bringing peace and abundance into her life that led to teaching and learning from others. She is passionate about impacting lives at the cellular level. She says that fun and laughter happens daily, and she has a wish for all that all beings are happy and filled with inner peace. So today we're going to talk about one of her missions, and that's building community. So please join me in welcoming my guest, Sylvia Parker. Sylvia, so excited to chat with you today.
Well, I'm so glad that I am having this opportunity with you because I certainly know that the local community knows me, but what about the broader community?
That's right. This is to build awareness across the world, right? So we ask two simple questions always to start. One is to just tell everybody, where do you live? Where do you call home? And then I gave just a brief intro about you. So I'd love for you to just tell a little bit about your backstory of really what drove you from the Bank of Canada to doing what you are today. There had to have been that aha moment. So first, where do you live?
I am in actually Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. Came here in 1985, went to college and haven't left. So love Ottawa as a city. There's definitely lots of beautiful things to see, and I find that it's quite the clean city as well.
Awesome. And you were born in Canada?
I was born, yes, Kitchener, just on the other side of Toronto. So
yes, I know Kitchener, yes.
5 and 6 hours away, so depending on the traffic.
All right. So what was that aha moment that said, I'm putting down my stakes in this new career and finding your purpose, which was not at all in the banking industry?
Yeah, the question is, would I not chosen that? But in the end, I'm so delighted to say that I worked with the Bank of Canada. I was in the mainframe environment and I worked 12.5-hour shifts. So technically I did get a 1 week off every single month. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, get back in there Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So I loved it, and certainly loved the people that I got to know. And of course, working the night shifts was a little bit challenging, but I always had the Saturday night off to be with friends. I knew that I wasn't going to stay in that corporate environment, and it was a delight. But back in 2001, I was given a severance package, and I'd already started looking. My grandfather had emphysema, my aunt had scleroderma. What can we do to actually empower ourselves and be the best person that we can be? There's always ways that we can heal our body. So of course I was diving in for them, giving them videos and things. But the transition did happen back in 2001. Little did I know 2 weeks later, my partner would also have his job be obsolete. And so we were both without a job. And within a couple, I want to say like less than a week, 2011 or September 11th, 2001 happened. And hey, I'm supposed to be flying into Newark on the 13th
Oh,
to take this
wow.
spiritual journey to Peru. So I was 5 days delayed. I flew into JFK instead, but it was interesting to say the least that, I think in the end, I want to believe that I'm attracting people, places, things, and events that are helping me achieve my greatest good.
Mm.
And that's just a moment in time that I really had to, dive in and say, what is it the world really needs? And I really feel like it brought people to that place of what's more important to me, right? Of course, it was something to go through all of that.
Mm.
And fast forward then, after my return from Peru and the spiritual journey, I was given an opportunity to check out something that was going to enhance my health and, of course, the health of my family. And the philosophy, if we want to kind of encompass a circle, and in that circle is spirit, but from that is 5 pillars: healthy body, healthy family, healthy mind, healthy finances, with a greater contribution to society. And I'm
Mm.
like, if I can do that for the rest of my life, let's do
Nice.
it.
Nice.
So that was kind of the beginning of Team Global Wellness back in 2002 for sure. And I'm really grateful that I just really started to see different aspects of what does a balanced lifestyle look like. And I always say, like, what does that look like for you, right? Is it your sleep quality? Is it getting out in nature? Is it, of course, meditation, healthy food, healthy water? So I always and challenging people. I'm like, what do you want to see in your 5 pillars, right? And you can
Mhm.
actually write it down. Maybe you're a 2 out of 10 in one area. Maybe you want
Yeah.
to increase that to an 8 out of 10 to at least have a little bit more balance in that wheel that we call life. So I challenge everyone for that to take a moment and just to see.
And I wonder, a lot of people in the 2019 to 2022 timeframe had time to be sort of thoughtful, let's say it that way, thoughtful about who they are, who they want to be, what their life is really all about. Uh, uh, in what you do, how did things or did things shift at all where people were really realizing that they needed to be more in line or aligned with those 5 pillars?
Well, I feel like everybody went through their own journey with this whole thing of the Twin Towers. I was blessed to be in Peru and to be kind of with some guides that already knew, like, that the mountains, right? Praying to the mountains, the energy flowing out from the mountains. Like, so there's the different aspects. Like, there's people that I don't know if I really want to be working there anymore, or like the shift, or there's people that they stubbed their toe and they couldn't make it into work. Like, so sometimes, like, these aha moments or these synchronicities, my friend says they're synchronicities, that occurred. So I feel like everybody's journey was different going through it, but yeah, it's just I'm really seeing that. I feel like that was like a really shift on the planet, and of course COVID was the next big shift. That hopefully, I want to say that the growth and the strength of everyone has come through in different ways, of course. But all I can do is speak for myself and continue praying that the blessings are coming the way that they're supposed to happen for all of us, whether you're a teenager, whether you're an adult, whether you're a senior, that something special came out of it, even though it was definitely a big shift for all of us.
So why is it important that we become independent rather than codependent? I love this question too.
Well, just to kind of go back quickly, that I did unfortunately go through the challenge of a 28-year relationship going down. And I have to say, okay, it's happening for me and not to me. And maybe he's given me some freedom to be the change that I want to be in this world. And really go after like the intentional community that we spoke of here. And
Mhm.
I know that it resonates for me. However, it didn't quite resonate for him, and I wouldn't have forced him, but there was a few things that also went on during that he's now not with me. But I just want to say that I just feel like even though I'm still codependent, the independent is what I'm striving for. But my friend has said, she says, well, why don't you choose it as an interdependence? And I thought,
Ah,
well, that's kind of nice too, right? Because we have to depend on each other.
yes.
Maybe not him depending on me or me depending on him, but other people, like other
Mhm.
friends, right? And that's where I feel like aligning myself with the Maui Aloha project with the intentional community just really helped me almost like find another family, if you will, right? That, that I can expand my vision of empowering others. And my new mantra is love, unity, and abundance. So take
Mhm.
that we can all resonate somehow to love, unity, and abundance. So yeah, I mean, in all the heartache, I have to say that I have a child that's 17 and a half, and she's had to, watch me and see the shift and the change. So how can I continue to say, okay, Sylvia, like just do it. You got this, right? So I certainly want to challenge all of us that we are loved no matter what, and we can certainly go down deep and dive in and see how we can all take our own lessons and grow from each other. That's what I love to do. It's a process, right? Yeah.
Yeah. And
Mhm.
I think, as you were talking about that, when I think of building community, and oftentimes our definition of family is far different than it was 66 years ago when I was born. And I think that's okay, because to me, I have a wide family, and
Mhm.
some are direct relatives, but some are just people that have touched my life and are there to support and listen and be a shoulder to cry on, um, someone to give you a different perspective.
Right.
So I think for us, it's important that we have a community that is wide and diverse.
Yeah, so true. So true. So I guess that's why I'm deciding that what brings me joy, right? And I
Mhm.
ask everyone, what brings you joy? Are you ready to surrender to God's will for your life?
Mhm.
I mean, certainly I just, even before COVID, I'm like, I think we just need to all surrender. Like, let's just So I continue to grow to be this light in the world, and I certainly honor that each and every one of us, that there's guidance there. There's true guidance there, and to kind of maybe, like you said, sit, be still, listen to your inner voice, and
Mhm.
know that you are being blessed, whether you believe it or not.
Yeah. And
I
and
say
that's
be your
uh,
authentic self, right? You are beautiful, and whatever is to unfold will occur. And let's just trust with ease and grace.
it's so true. And whenever I teach leadership, I teach leading with the heart, the head, and the hands. And that second brain of ours, our gut, leading, you know, learning from our gut, and is important. I think that it is that guiding force. But you say you're a visionary and building community is your top priority. So if you could share about your goal, I think this is so very interesting. Hiring 10,000 people to participate in establishing 444 intentional communities around the globe. Spend some time sharing about how did this come about, um, why the number 444, and all those things. Please share.
Uh, well, I will say that I have loved people, and my mom too. I want to just highlight in the book, page number 59, you'll be able to face it, embrace it, and replace it, right? So I'll put a plug in for the book, but my mom, she's went through so many heartaches, but she's standing the tiny person she is, with strength, and to be able to be there for her community. Just last weekend, we did a 40th anniversary of a local community park that she got $104,000 grant. So she's just like constantly pouring into it. So they have a pickleball and basketball and shuffleboard court for the youth, right? There's always playground structures everywhere, but let's have something for the youth also to be able to come and of course enjoy their birthday parties and anniversaries and birthdays and all that kind of stuff. So I guess I admire her. I admire her because if she can fall down, I can help her get back up, or she'll get back up and she'll go again.
Yeah, yeah.
But with this community, I kind of say the motto is embody the truth and freedom and be the change as you. And with that, we have this vision statement, and it says, we envision an eco-village of prosperity and freedom for all, where kindness and love reign supreme, for the greater good for all creation, providing an environment that allows each one of us to be the expression of Creator. So I'm so grateful that I actually ran into Maui Aloha Project. Her name is Stephanie. And so she's really helped me see that she's been on 120 of these beautiful properties around the globe. And she's the one that put the plug in to 444. So I'm not really sure exactly, but of course we're all about the numbers, and Lionsgate was 888 just recently. So I'm really happy that she's kind of expanded my vision. I'm like, yeah, there's got to be something that we can actually go and enhance in each one of those communities and be the change again, right? So
For sure.
So yeah, so we definitely can dive deeper into the intentional communities. We have, of course, a variety of ways that people can be involved. We're building online right now, but putting in an offer on Thursday. So this is exciting. So come and join us in one of the Zoom calls, and just what's your passion, what's your gifts, and let's see how we can grow this together, because it's not just going to be in my backyard. So, what's happening in your community, and let's see how we can enhance it as well. So certainly invite you to be a participant. And what's your deepest desire for this natural world that we are here as great teachers for each other?
So those that listen to me know that I work with the youth to help teach them public speaking and also leadership skills. And you're focused on inviting children to share their message on TEDx Talks. So it would be cool if we could partner together so I could help them in that as well. But why why is that one of your goals and mission?
Well, it does fall back into, it takes a village to raise a child. And I know that all of us, we've talked about a little bit of the trauma that's gone on.
Yeah.
Youth, I'm sure they've been, having to be peer pressured and all of that stuff. So why not give them a voice? Why not give them a voice? Maybe it is them moving from the USA to Australia and how difficult that was for their friends, separation from their friends. So just allowing them to find, like, what is it they want to speak on? I mean, my certainly Jackie Bailey is the one that actually initiated this, because she didn't have a very nice upbringing and she didn't have a voice. And so at least she was given the opportunity to also be on a TED Talk. And she's like, we can absolutely find out what their interests are, find out what their needs are. Do they like courses? Do they want to speak or do some book writing or business activity? So, learning from what the kids are saying I think is so very important. Maybe they also could use some mindset stuff, some meditation, or, some spiritual growth or abundance, right? So listening to them, asking some questions, seeing how they feel that they too can be the change. So I really feel that's very important. I just want to put a little plug that they just got back from Tanzania, and their whole theme was health, hope, and higher aspirations. So it was just beautiful that her and her team were able to go down there, and they impacted like 5,000 youth a lot of them that were girls. I mean, I love how they were impacting them to foster the confidence, promote hygiene, and facilitate vocational development for the youth. So let's all make a difference together. Find
Awesome.
something that really your heart sings. Yeah.
And I think it's important, especially now, we talked earlier about the pandemic, but whenever we were going through that just kept on going through my mind that these kids, middle school, high schoolers, such a pivotal time in their life, and the world was so different. And so how would that affect them as adults? And so I love that you talk about having mindset and things. In school we teach them the core, and we teach them the arts, but we don't teach them, I think, to deal with the most powerful machine, and that's our mind. And so I love that you talk about that, because I think that it is where we will start to make a difference, is when we do share more about how we can keep our positive mindset and understand the power of the brain.
So true. So true. Yes, that's where I'm kind of really embracing the health part, right? Because there are so much, well, consideration with mental health right now due to what has went on. Definitely. I mean, certainly listening to the news and even following some history might have caused a little trauma, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and the separation, like there's just so much. I mean, I do pray for the kids that they
Mm-hmm.
do find their way. I mean, hey, we've had to go through the challenges of our own upbringing, but
Yeah.
if we can, in our own little ways, whether it's a small group at the house or whether it's, aligning ourselves with something that might be going on at the church or recreation, and just bringing kids together to be able to have them open up and talk in a safe environment, I think is so critical for sure. Mhm.
So when you talk about that, that makes me want to have you share a little bit about a toolbox that you have. You have a wellness toolbox that you've taken over 20 years to build and is still expanding. So share just some of the things, and those that are listening understand. If you want to know more about all the tools in her toolbox, we'll have information shortly for you to connect with her. But she will just give you a taste of what is in this toolbox.
Well, I will say that just recently they came out with a brain focused cognitive health product that is definitely going to be off the charts. So I just want to put a plug in for that, because I'm thinking, hey, everybody knows somebody that's struggling with the brain fog, and of course just the challenges. It seems like there's a lot of people with concussions too. I mean, not saying, I'm not making any claims here, but it's just like all the brain and health related stuff. So I don't know. I just feel like if we can find the right, I would say juice, but the right ingredient that really helps the shifting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on it. I mean, I'm an educator, so see if it resonates with you. Definitely would send some of that information over. The other aspect is what we call is almost like the light of life. And that's just something that I've been dabbling with and understanding a little bit about hydrogen. So imagine having a hydrogen water bottle that I kind of say you're having it in the palm of your hand as, light of life. And I don't know, I feel it internally myself, but definitely reach out to me. I have just completed a 6-week course, and she's saying a high quality, high performance course, and we're calling it Bubbling with Health, Discover the Sparkling Secrets of Hydrogen Water. So we just
Mm-hmm.
encourage everybody to have curiosity, right? And with excitement, what are the potentials to enhance your health in different ways, and the benefits of molecular hydrogen for
Mm-hmm.
sure. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we have talked a lot today about things that hopefully will make you be a little bit more thoughtful. And as I mentioned, if you want to connect with Sylvia, to really spend a few more minutes delving deeper into what she does and maybe how you might benefit from what she does. So I'm going to share her screen with her contact information. If you're just listening, you know I'll read all the information, and I encourage you to try to connect. So here we go.
I thought I would just say one more thing.
Yeah, go ahead.
So the other philosophy is, we can fall down 7 times, but we're going to get up 8 times. I mean, I kind of look at it as being a bit of a roller coaster or the train ride of your life. And what I can do for you is what we call a deep-rooted human identity needs by Vern Redekop. And that's MARCSS. M for meaning, A for action, R for recognition, C for connectivity, S for security, and S for sense of self. So definitely join us to be inspired. How do you wish to see the world? And just follow your passion. Definitely.
Awesome. So if you are at all interested in learning more, the website is a Linktree website, which is linktr.ee/Sylvia Parker. Facebook is, if you just look up Sylvia Parker and her lovely face, that will be on the swipe copy that we have for everybody, but it's got a long number there. When you go to my YouTube channel, as well as my findyourleadershipconfidence.com, all of this information will be in the show notes for you. So it's Facebook, Sylvia Parker. LinkedIn is Sylvia Parker. Twitter is 2 Global Wellness. Again, Twitter is 2 Global Wellness. Instagram is 2 Global Wellness. And Sylvia will let you know what you'll find on that Linktree website, as well as information about that book that you see on the screen.
I will have an aqua color shirt.
So what do you find on the website? What can they be able to do on the website?
Well, thank you so much, Vicki. I will say that I'm more of a hands-on, keep me in the garden, keep me in front of people. So one-on-one and FaceTime with people on Zoom. But I'm doing my best to kind of do some positive things on Facebook. I certainly love hearing different quotes, and I share those kind of messages to empower people to just, again, dive deeper and just feel like what's resonating for your own self, and to take back your power. Stop people pleasing and treat yourself first. And that's the collaborative book that I had spoken about. So I will say that Instagram hasn't really been my strength, but I certainly love the people that are doing the Instagram and LinkedIn. I've been kind of dabbling a little bit more to really start to collaborate with some of the people that I know locally, but certainly reach out and we'll see what we can do on a global level. Thanks.
And you mentioned Zoom. Where would they find the link to the Zoom sessions you do?
So the Calendly will probably be through the Linktree.
Very good.
Yeah, that's when we can set that Zoom up for sure.
Awesome.
Yep.
Very good. So thanks for being such a great guest. You shared a lot of wonderful information, and thank you for doing all you're doing for the youth especially. And I love that you're building these communities. So I encourage everybody, if you want to, again, connect with Sylvia, to take advantage of going to that Linktree website. And I remind everyone that life is a journey.
And through faith, all things are possible.
That's absolutely true. So, as always, this is Vicki Noethling signing off.
Thank you for tuning into the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast with Vicki Noethling, where we share impactful lessons that help you grow as an individual, grow your confidence, and find the positive and good within you so you powerfully and authentically become the best version of yourself. Remember to visit our website at www.findyourleadershipconfidence.com and enjoy even more great episodes like this one. Again, while you're here, subscribe to us via your favorite network. We look forward to seeing you next time on the Find Your Leadership Confidence podcast.